Hello, hi, good afternoon. How you doing? It's Jim. It's Thursday the 12th of January. Thursday the 12th of January means that it's nearly 2 months, or over 2 months, since we've done a record haul. This has been pointed out to me in quite serious terms by Gabby. So, Gabby, you are correct, and I need to put it right. We need to have a look at what records have come into Newstead Towers in November and December. So I have, as always, a selection of used and abused, and also some new records as well. So without any further ado, let's get going. So first up, we've got No Earthly Connection from Mr. Rick Wakeman. Rick Wakeman and the English Rock Ensemble. I don't know what it's going to be like, but we have it. This is literally this arrived actually only a few days ago, but I did buy this in December, so this is an eBay thing. But we had all manner of postal strikes and other stuff going on, so everything got delayed. But yes, so that's arrived. By the way, it's a weird cover where the face of Rick Wakeman's been sort of stretched round in a circular fashion. Inside here, if I can find it, is this. It's a little sheet of very highly reflected silver foil, which you're meant to turn into a cylinder, and you plonk it on top of the... Oops. He says... Plonk it on top of the record. And then it's meant to make the picture. I don't think it's going to work on the camera here, but you can then see it properly. It's a bit of a gimmick, but that's what that is. I didn't realise that came with it. It did. Carrying on the Yes connection. This is the Friends of Mr Cairo from John and Vangelis. This has been highly recommended in the comments on the channel. I saw this come up on eBay. Of course, I'm going to get it. So I did. Now, you may remember a few months ago, I was started a shift in a charity shop, which for my sins I've not carried on with. I really need to get back to them because goodness knows they need the help. And I did say I'd be able and willing to go down there from time to time and do stuff. But I've not been back. But when I did go... initially I picked up quite a few records there, and one of the bands I bought records for was a band called Man, and I then have seen this on eBay. This is Golden Hour of Man. I guess it's a compilation from the record label. They've picked out their sort of more interesting or greatest hits sort of thing. 60 minutes of entertainment. So it's got a bunch of their tracks spread over 2 sides. Cheap as chips, like sort of £5 or something for that. Can't argue with that, can you? Next up, we have Skye. Skye 1, I think this is. Skye is the musical group of John Williams, not the composer, John Williams, the guitar player, Herbie Flowers, Kevin Peake, Tristan Fry, and Francis Monkman. They are a group of, I guess, probably session musicians and very, very good musicians in their own right. Played with everybody, have done a lot of their own solo stuff. Certainly John Williams has, and I know that Herbie Flowers has been over all sorts of stuff as well. But they've come together to make this. It's instrumental. Proggy music. I've got Skye 2. There's a lot of classical stuff on there. Toccata and Fugue in D minor, so on and so forth. And I think this is kind of the same sort of thing. So I'm quite excited to listen to that. Side 2 of this is just one huge long track where opposites meet. So that bodes well. Haha, this is an 80s throwback. This is Stella from Yellow. So I used to love Stella. I used to love Yellow. Everybody knows Oh Yeah and The Race. They had more stuff than that, but this is the record that has Oh Yeah on it. I've had this on CD, I had it on tape, never had it on vinyl. So this popped up on eBay. I was like, ooh, I'll have a little punt on that. And it came in. So Maybe not for the channel, unless you guys want it, but I absolutely love yellow. So quirky and interesting and fun. Right. Gordon Giltrap, Perilous Journey. If you remember the radio station clear out that I picked up last year, there were 2 or 3 records from Gordon Giltrap in there, but not this. So I saw this. I thought, oh well, add to the collection. So I've obviously not listened to this yet. I think these are going to be records for the channel at some point over the year. We'll get around to those. Now, Death Cult. Oh. If you know The Cult, this was an incarnation of them before they became the Southern Death Cult and eventually became The Cult. Or it might have been the other way. It might have been Southern Death Cult, then Death Cult, and then just The Cult. But this is an EP, 4 tracks, Brothers Grimm, Ghost Dance, Horse Nation, and Christians. Horse Nation is a track that they continue to play for a long time after they became The Cult. So this is an interesting one for me. Whether it is for you guys or not, I don't know. But this is kind of going back to my musical youth. This is a bit of a punt, this one. Anthony Phillips, with a record called Sides, 1970. So, not quite sure how I managed to come across this. I think it was I was doing a search for prog vinyl on eBay, and this turned up. Never seen it before, don't recognise it, know nothing about it. It was going for very little. I put a punt on, and it came in. I got it. So I shall be playing this, hopefully, at some point. It may be new to everybody. I don't know. It's certainly new to me. Now, this is a band that we know well on the channel, Renaissance. This is Azur De Ore, and it's a 1979 record. Part of the continuation of listening to Renaissance. I'm very much enjoying their music so far. I know you are, so this is a worthy addition to the collection. Now, this is something we should recognise. This is the first record we listened to this year on the channel. Space Shanty from Khan. Absolutely love this. Absolutely love this. This is second hand, but it's not an original. It's not from back in the days. It's a reissue. But I'm very, very happy to have this, and I absolutely loved this record. It was a good find and a good thing to listen to. This is Life Forms, Future Sound of London. They are electronic, ambient, quite progressive in their way, a bit like the Orb. So Future Sound of London and the Orb were kind of spearheading that whole sort of ambient house sound. And this is a seminal record. I've had this on CD forever, and it's I'm very, very happy now to have this on vinyl. It's second hand, but it looks absolutely in pristine mint condition. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm hoping to play that very soon. That's with you. I don't need your permission to do it. I shall be playing it on the channel anyway. But whether you stick around for listening to it or not, I don't know. But this is, yes, Future Sound of London, Life Forms. Fantastic. And then the final of the used and abused second-hand records is PFM, the Italian prog band record called PFM Cook. It's live. It's, I think, live in New York. I don't know anything about it other than that. We shall, I guess, discover together. We then move on to the new vinyl, the new records. Oh, there's quite a... There's a few here. Some we know, some we don't. First up, this is the box set of Lightwork from Devin Townsend. So towards the end of last year, we listened to Light Work, but the companion record with it, Night Work, is in here, and I've not listened to it yet. So we shall be doing that at some point very, very soon. This is a weighty thing, but it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Mwah, love it. This is also should be well recognised on the channel. This is Innate Passage from Elder, right at the end of December. It's one of the last records to listen to before Christmas. Absolutely fantastic record, and it was, you guys loved it as well, so I'm very, very, very happy to have that in the collection. But as a result of that, I was led by the comments to investigate this. This is Delving, Hirschbrunn. Sorry, I should say that correctly. Which is a solo record from one of the guys from Elder. And so, yeah, this is a double album, but only with 7 songs on there. So I think we've got some quite meaty pieces of music on here. 7 tracks spread over 4 sides of vinyl is a lot of music. So that's very exciting. Delving, Hirschbrunn. Now, this is a record from my youth, from my past. It's one of my favourite albums ever. Loaded from the Velvet Underground. And this is something I've had on CD forever, but never had on vinyl. I do now. Absolutely love this. Everything on here is Who Loves the Sun, Sweet Jane, Rock and Roll, Cool It Down, New Age, Head Held High, Lonesome Cowboy Bill, I Found the Reason, Train Round the Bend, Oh Sweet Nothing. Just most perfect, succinct little pop rock songs ever. I just love this record with all of my heart. It's one of my favourite ever records of all time. If you know it, I don't know if you agree with me. If you don't know it, you'd like to hear it. I don't need any excuses, or very few excuses to play this. So I'd be very happy to do that. Now this is Svenska Borg Kardib. I hope I've said that right. I came across this somewhere. I can't remember where I discovered it. Danish electronic percussion-y goodness. It's a duo. It's 2 guys from Denmark, and it's really interesting. Really interesting record. I'd be very happy to play this on the channel, and just give me the nod and I'll do so. Right, where are we up to? We've got 3 left. What order shall I do these in? I'll do this one first. This is Leftfield, their new record, This Is What We Do. Back in the day, Leftism, I think, was my most played record for months and months, maybe over a year. I just loved it so much. It was so interesting, such a different sound, and I loved it with all my heart. Rhythm and Stealth was pretty good. Then they didn't do anything for a long time. They did have a record out, I think, a year or so ago, which I didn't get, but this has just come out this year. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling to get into this. I don't know if it's because my musical tastes have changed and I've sort of moved away from this, or it's just I can't find. I'm tried ever so hard. I will need to keep trying because I owe it to Leftfield. I love their older music. So it may be that I just need to give it a break and come back to it, or it may be that it's a stinker. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But as it stands, I'm not into it at the minute. Now then, this is Ozric Tentacles, live at the Pong Masters Ball. Of course it is. This is a reissue, came out last year, towards the end of last year. It originally came out in the early 90s. It's a record of their live gig, playing a lot of their early stuff, and it's by all accounts a bit of a goodie. I've never had this before. I've got Live Under Slunky by the Ozric Tentacles, but never live at the Pong Masters Ball. And this is the one that people generally talk about as being a really, really, really great live record of the Ozric Tentacles. So I'll be very happy to play that at some point soon on the channel. I haven't listened to this yet. And the final new record, I think a few of you will be happy about this. This is The Whirlwind from Transatlantic. I know Sidecar Dog, you've been asking about this for some time. Scott from the Prog Corner, you rate this massively. Lots of people have been asking for more Transatlantic. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. This is the next one that I want to listen to. I have it now. I managed to get this from the Marillion website because of the Pete Travaris connection. They sell, as well as Marillion records on there. All their solo stuff is on there as well. So I managed to get this from Marillion. Very excited about listening to that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the record haul. However, there is one other thing over here that I need to introduce you to, and I'll have to move the camera to bring over because it's just out of shot. But this is a very important addition to the Newstead Towers. I shall bring it over now, and you can have a little look. So this now is my new addition. This is the record cleaner. It's Moth Group. I think it's Mark II because it spins both ways. Anyway, it's a record cleaner. So the idea is you can put some cleaning fluid on there. You don't need very much. So I'm using this little syringe to put it on like that, and then making sure you've got it nice and tight. Turn it up so it's spinning. Take your natural hair brush and start to spread the liquid across the record. A bit noisy, but you wait. And then you can press the switch and it turns the other way. You clean it back again. And then stage one, stage two, you turn it over. You can see this bit. This is a soft felt brush with a vacuum, and it sucks off, hopefully, all the crud that we just put on there. So turn it over so you've got the wet side facing down onto the brush. Turn it on. This is going to be very, very noisy. Turn it on, and here comes the vacuum. I'll turn this right down because this is way too noisy. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. And that's it. And what we have is now a beautiful, glossy, clean, shiny record. Isn't that fantastic? And you compare it to that. I don't know if it's going to... You can't really see it here on the camera, but it is so much better. That's beautiful. Really, really, really pleased with that. So yes, it's the newest addition to Newstead Towers. And yeah, that's how it works. That is the Moth Group record cleaning machine. Again, it was a second-hand purchase off eBay. It's built like a tank. It's built to last, has to be said. It's heavy, and it's completely metal construction. So yeah, I'm hopeful that it's gonna. Hopefully, it might even outlast me. You never know. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll see you guys on the next video, whenever and whatever that is. Until then, this is Jim over